super excited because I feel like I'm having a long conversation about anime with this make some noise for Sept.
Yeah, the big difference between our shirts, though, is Markway actually went on vacation and got his in Hawaii. I got this just for fun. This was an unironic choice.
I got mine for fun, too.
Well, I still remember the day I got this shirt because that was the first day I realized I was starting to get older. Because when you're 14, you want to wear all the big name brands. You want to look fancy. You want to make sure that you make everybody jealous. But the day I went into Shields and saw an NDFC Hawaiian shirt, and I'm like, you know what? I want to look like I'm ready for Bison football, and that Margaritaville was an emotional experience for me. And what do you know? They had just my size. No, I turned 30 this year, so I'll never say I'm old, especially only at like 29, 30, but I definitely have to start acknowledging the signs that I'm starting to get a little older. Like, for example, I'm still young enough where I can play The Sims all day, but it's gotten really weird because I'm getting really jealous of my Sims now. Like, I opened it up after not playing it for about 2 weeks, I'm like, wow. This is like the nerdiest Pinterest board ever. My sim has like bay windows, vaulted ceilings, updated kitchen. Meanwhile, I'm trying to figure out which deity I have to sacrifice my firstborn to get an in-unit washer dryer. I mean, the game is called The Sims. It's a simulator game. It's supposed to, just be nice and easy, but it's turned into a fantasy game for me. It's fantasy on the same level of like Lord of the Rings, actually finishing your Netflix queue and that threesome I promise I'm totally gonna have one day. For the record, I'm recording this, so if my girlfriend is watching this clip later, love you, honey. Another thing they don't tell you about when you start to get older is that weirdly your music starts to change like one final time. Like I was listening to the radio, and then Bruce Springsteen just started speaking to me. Which is a weird thought, because at only 29 years old, Glory Days shouldn't be an anthem. You listen to enough Bruce Springsteen, eventually you're going to need some sunglasses, a bandana, a denim vest, and then before you know it, I'm going to start telling long, winding stories about how America just isn't what it used to be. Born into USA. I can definitely tell that I'm starting to get a little bit crotchety though. Not like full-blown racist front lawn ranting, but like enough that things are annoying me way more than they maybe should. But at the same time, I'm getting just sick of dumb young people. Like for example, I think gender reveal parties are one of the dumbest things anybody can do. Now, this isn't some like big statement about gender being a construct or anything like that. I just think white people have taken it to such an extreme they're impossible to defend anymore. I was reading an article a few months ago, and there was a gender reveal that went wrong. They lit off some fireworks, and they killed the 61-year-old grandmother at the gender reveal party. Which fit in the herd. But no, because that's got to be a really awkward moment too. It's just like, oh, is it a boy, is it a girl? Surprise, it's a homicide. No, I've started to get into watching kind of older movies too, like 80s, 70s, 60s movies. And I'm really liking like the really cheesy action movies. I like all the dumb tropes. I love all the super macho guys that are usually named like Jack Manley or John Testosterone. You gotta, it's the 80s, you gotta give a man's name. But the one thing I hate in every action movie is the get down Mr. President moment. Does everybody know what that is? Yeah. Alright, so for those of you who don't know though, that's the moment where You know, guns pointing at someone that who doesn't want to get shot. We'll just leave it at that. And at the last minute, someone jumps in the way and takes the bullet. My main problem with that is, we've had 6-shooters since the 1800s. Where's the rest of the bullets in that clip? Do you know how many movies could have at least 5 more sequels if the villain had a 6-shooter? The only way the get down Mr. President moment is acceptable is if the villain has a musket. Oh, I see you found my land, but it's too late for you.
Hold still.
Little closer. Bit more. Time to die. Damn it, I missed again. Thank you all for humoring me tonight.